क्या मैं बैठ के बोल सकता हूँ? थोड़ी मेरी खड़े होने में लंबी देर तक प्रॉब्लम है। सबसे पहले आप सबको भगत सिंह की यौम पैदाइश यानी जन्मदिन यानी बर्थडे की बहुत बहुत मुबारक। तो मैंने ये हम लोगों के लिए एक मुबारक दिन है, लेकिन इस मुबारक दिन को हम लोग जैसे मनाना चाहिए हमें, वैसे आप लोग मना रहे हो इसको। आपके यहाँ जो सरकारें इसको मनाती हैं तो करोड़ों रुपया खर्च भी करती हैं और हज़ारों लोगों को जुटा भी लेती हैं, लेकिन उन सब चीज़ों में भगत सिंह के विचारों का, भगत सिंह के आइडियाज़ का, भगत सिंह की लेगेसी का कोई कहीं संदेश नहीं जाता। तो उनके लिए सिर्फ एक तमाशा होता है। दफ्तरों में भगत सिंह की तस्वीरें लग जाएंगी, वो भी जाली, और दूसरा बहुत जगह मैंने करोड़ों रुपया खर्च करेंगे। हो सकता है कल खटखड़कला गाँव में कितना खर्चा होगा, और वो सब हज़ारों लोग आएंगे भी, लेकिन कोई ऐसा संदेश नहीं लेके जाएंगे जिससे उनको लगे कि भगत सिंह हमारे लिए बहुत ज़रूरी हैं और भगत सिंह जिंदा हैं। कल आप कल्चर प्रोग्राम में देखोगे, मैंने तो उसको पहले देखा हुआ है, सांबा जी भगत बहुत ही शानदार तरीके से गाते हैं, ऐ भगत सिंह तू जिंदा है।
माइक सर थोड़ा सा ऐसे, हाँ, मतलब इसको इस यहाँ पे पास में करके थोड़ा सा बाहर।
अच्छा, कई बार पास में करने से इको करने लगता है, तो इसलिए मैं थोड़ा दूर करने की कोशिश कर रहा था। खैर, तो वो मैंने भगत सिंह को ज़िंदा रखने की ज़रूरत किन को है? भगत सिंह को ज़िंदा रखने की ज़रूरत सरकारों को नहीं है, सरकारों को, लेकिन उसका नाम एक्सप्लॉइट करने की ज़रूरत है। उसका नाम लेके, क्योंकि भगत सिंह लोगों के जज्बातों से जुड़ा हुआ है और सरकारों को चाहिए लोगों के वोट बटोरने, और इसलिए सारे ही संगठन दाएं पक्ष के, बाएं पक्ष के, तमाम तरह के भगत सिंह का दिन मनाते हैं। और फ़र्क करके देखना चाहिए। एज ए स्टूडेंट एक बार आप भूल जाइए कि आप डीएसएफ के मेंबर हो, आप अपने आप को एक नॉर्मल स्टूडेंट के रूप में देखिए और फिर सारे प्रोग्राम देखिए। जो आपका डीएसएफ कर रहा है उसको देखिए, जो आपका पीएसए कर रहा है उसको देखिए, जो आपका जेएनयूएस कर रहा है उसको देखिए, जो एबीवीपी कर रहा है उसको देखिए, और सारों में फिर बैठ के डिस्पैशनेटली तुलना कीजिए, डिसर्न कीजिए कि उसमें फूस क्या है और दाना क्या है। मैंने यू शुड नो कि किस प्रोग्राम में ऐसी बातें कही गई जो वाकई भगत सिंह को हमारे सामने सही तरीके से पेश करती थी, जिससे हमें कुछ ना कुछ सीखने को मिलता है, कुछ ना कुछ प्रेरणा मिलती है। और किन किन प्रोग्रामों में खाली भगत सिंह के नाम पे नौटंकी की गई और व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी के झूठे किस्से सुनाए गए। तो मैंने वो झूठे किस्से सुनाने आजकल तो बहुत आम चीज़ हो गई है, अब तो उसका नाम ही व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी बन गया। तो मैंने एक जवाहरलाल नेहरू यूनिवर्सिटी को तबाह करने के लिए उसके पैरेलल जो है और जो खड़ा करना था तो करना था, एक व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी खड़ी की गई। मैंने अब जो है एक तरीके से एक बन गई कि व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी में कही गई बात सही है या जवाहरलाल नेहरू यूनिवर्सिटी में कही गई बात सही है, और वो जवाहरलाल नेहरू यूनिवर्सिटी की कही गई बात को जो है वो खंडन करने के लिए व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी को सामने लाएंगे। जो व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी में तमाम झूठ बका जाता है, जो तमाम चीज़ें नई मैथोलॉजी खड़ी की जाती है, और फिर कहेंगे कि देखिए ये तो लाखों लोगों तक गई है, ये बात तो हज़ारों लोगों तक गई है। जवाहरलाल नेहरू यूनिवर्सिटी की बात कहाँ तक जाती है? वो तो वहाँ के 10-20 स्टूडेंट इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं, वो अपना बात कर लेते हैं, उससे क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है? हमारी पहुँच देखिए कहाँ तक है, हम तो करोड़ों तक पहुँच जाते हैं व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी के ज़रिए। लेकिन यही आपके सामने सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज भी कि व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी ने जिसको पूरे राज्य का, पूरे स्टेट की पेटनाइजेशन है, रादर स्टेट ने ही उसको पैदा ही किया है। और रवीश कुमार ने उसको नाम दे दिया व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी, जो बहुत पॉपुलर भी हो गया। 2 नाम दे दिए रवीश कुमार ने, एक गोदी मीडिया और एक व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी। अब ये मैंने कम तो नहीं, लेकिन बहुत ज़्यादा भी नहीं, एक हद तक लोगों को इसकी पहचान होने लगी। मैंने अभी वो तबका थोड़ा है, लेकिन उस तबके को बढ़ाना है। ये काम आपका है, स्टूडेंट्स का काम है। आपने एक बहुत अच्छा यहाँ पे लगाई है भगत सिंह की कोटेशन कि बम और पिस्तौल इनकलाब नहीं लाते। बम और पिस्तौल इनकलाब नहीं लाते भी ठीक है, लेकिन बम और पिस्तौल के बिना कई बार इनकलाब पूरा भी नहीं होता, कई बार उसकी ज़रूरत भी होती है। लेकिन बम और पिस्तौल पहली ज़रूरत नहीं है। बम और पिस्तौल के बिना भी अगर काम चल जाए तो भगत सिंह उसके हक़ में है। जैसे कार्ल मार्क्स कहते हैं, कार्ल मार्क्स भी जो है इस बात के हक़ में हैं कि हमको ये नहीं चाहते कि वायलेंट रेवोल्यूशन हो। अगर क्लासेस अपना, जो एक्सप्लॉइटिंग क्लासेस हैं, जो शोषक क्लासें हैं, पूंजीपति हैं, कैपिटलिस्ट हैं, फ्यूडल्स हैं, जागीरदार हैं, अगर वो अपने, जो कहना चाहिए कि दौलत और अपनी जायदाद, ज़मीन किसानों और मज़दूरों के हवाले कर दें आराम से, शांति से, तो फिर हमें फ़ौज की या हिंसा की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है। ये मार्क्स की भी पोजीशन है और भगत सिंह की भी यही पोजीशन है कि ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि इनकलाब के लिए हमेशा वायलेंस ही ज़रूरी हो, हमेशा उसके लिए बम और पिस्तौल की ही ज़रूरत हो। ये चीज़ें उन्होंने अपने राजनीतिक जीवन के अनुभवों से सीखी। दे लर्नड इट फ्रॉम देयर ओन पॉलिटिकल प्रैक्टिस एंड पॉलिटिकल एक्सपीरियंसेस। वो उनका जो बहुत मशहूर लेख है, जो आप लोगों ने पढ़ भी रखा होगा। आजकल मुझे अच्छी बात ये लगी कि आपके जब इंट्रोड्यूस भी कर रहे थे, तो मुझे कहना चाहिए कि ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे हम लोगों ने जो थोड़ा बहुत काम किया पिछले 25-30 सालों में, अब उसका असर दिखने लगा है। मैंने अब खाली भगत सिंह जिंदाबाद या इनकलाब जिंदाबाद करके ही बात ख़त्म नहीं हो जाती, वो बाकायदा उसकी राइटिंग से जिक्र किया जाता है। अब आपने विद्यार्थी और राजनीति का जिक्र किया लेख का, तो बिल्कुल यही हम चाहते थे कि भगत सिंह की जो असल रूप है, द रियल भगत सिंह, दैट शुड बी परकोलेटेड टू द पीपल। और उसके लिए सबसे पहले जो टारगेट है, कहना चाहिए कि भगत सिंह सबसे पहले किसके साथ पहुंचेगा, तो सबसे पहले वो स्टूडेंट्स। तो स्टूडेंट्स और यूथ आर द फर्स्ट वंस टू इम्बाइब भगत सिंह। When students and youth imbibe Bhagat Singh, then they had a duty to take Bhagat Singh to the people, to the working people, to the workers, to the farmers, to the all kind of people, whether middle class people, those who believe in working with their hands, those who don't believe exploiting the others, and those who want to अर्न बाय देयर लेबर। तो वो सारे लोग जो हैं वो उसमें मज़दूर और किसान सबसे बड़ा हिस्सा है। मैंने मज़दूर और किसान में भी 90% होंगे पूरे आबादी के, लेकिन 10% लोग उसमें ऐसे भी होंगे जो मिडिल क्लास के होंगे, कुछ अपर मिडिल क्लास के भी होंगे, जो लेकिन अगर वो एक तरीके से ढुलमुल क्लास होती है, जो मिडिल क्लास है या अपर मिडिल क्लास है, इट्स ए फ्लक्चुएटिंग काइंड ऑफ क्लास। तो इस क्लास को जो है हेजमोनी डिपेंड करती है। हेजमोनी किस क्लास की? इफ़ देयर इज़ हेजमोनी ऑफ एक्सप्लॉइटेटिंग क्लासेस, तो वो उस तरफ बहने लगते हैं। आप सोचिए कि पिछले 10 साल में जो मोदित्व आया, इस मोदित्व में कितनी मिडिल क्लास जिनका नाम सुन के आप चौंक जाते हो कि ये भी, मैंने यू समटाइम गेट शॉक्ड कि ये आदमी तो बड़े लिबरल थे, ये आदमी तो बड़े प्रोग्रेसिव थे, आजकल जो है मोदित्वा के समर्थक हुए हैं। तो बिकॉज द हेजमनी जो कॉन्सेप्ट ग्रामशी ने दिया है, विच स्टूडेंट्स यू नो मच बेटर, दैट हेजमनी इज ऑलवेज ऑफ द रूलिंग क्लासेस. तो रूलिंग क्लासेस की हेजमनी आइडियाज़ के क्षेत्र में होती है. आइडियोलॉजिकली ऑल्सो रूलिंग क्लासेस हैव द हेजमोनिक पावर over the people. And the revolutionaries like Bhagat Singh or Gramsci or Marx or Lenin, whomsoever you are inspired, or the organizations who follow Marx or Lenin or Gramsci or Bhagat Singh or Che Guevara, they have to create alternative hegemonic power. Alternative hegemonic power can be created through ideas. In the field of ideas, you see there are hundreds of publishers, there are thousands of books which are publishing every day anywhere in the world. If you just as a research student, someone takes a subject or topic about it, you will find that 90% of the book publication, rather 95% of the book publication all over the world represent only hegemonic ideas of the ruling class. Even in literature, political science especially, economics especially, social sciences, there is another kind of tragedy. That tragedy is that sciences cannot go wayward. They have to sit in the labs, they have to do experiments, and they have to reach at the conclusions by their experiments. But the tragic part of that is most of the scientists world over, and India especially, they are mentally regressive. They are zero in social sciences. They are zero in humanities. They have no ideas. I know in my time when I was Januta president, so my rector was scientist. So I just telephoned because of some Januta work or something. So I was told by his wife that he is sitting on puja. So I put my hand to my head. So the scientist, he is sitting on puja, what do we do? And that JNU, that in JNU. So you think, that is a great divide. Scientists who are supposed to be most advanced in their thinking, because they cannot go beyond scientific discoveries or scientific experimentations, and they cannot believe, in the myths or anything. But then one part of their brain is completely dark. That is, they are having family kind of traditions coming from a Brahminical family or whatever. They have not enlightened, they have not put the light of science on their other part of the brain. So their one part of the brain lives in the past, lives in the religion, in the all kinds of things which are totally unscientific, and they might still be creating very good scientific work also. That is also a kind of tragic part. They, in the field of science, if they are a good, brilliant kind of people, they might bring out good discoveries in their own area of science. But then the other part of their brain, so that also is because of the social system. The social system, the ruling party's hegemonic ideas, that keeps them in darkness. Because it's not a system which is completely rational. If the system, social system, political system, if the system is completely rational system, that would mean based on science and based on all, that would mean it will not, put science separately from the society. So a scientist has to be social scientist also. A social scientist has to be a bit of scientific attitude also. And a literature, sahityakar, lekhak, kavi, he or she also have to be, open mind for science and for social science. So the holistic kind of personalities are created when the social system is rational. Now, how it becomes rational? If we come to Bhagat Singh. Now, Bhagat Singh was born in a Sikh family, and interestingly, his grandfather was a Sikh as well as Arya Samajist. Now, Arya Samajist and Sikhs, they have a conflicting relations in religion-wise. There have been even riots between Arya Samajis and Sikhs in Amritsar and many times. Now, that man, why he was Arya Samajist? Because Arya Samaj was in particular time context was a more rational kind of thinking having. It was in favor of girls' education, it was in favor of education, etc. Now, so then his three sons, Bhagat Singh's father and two uncles, so they had Sikh tradition, but they were not very hard kind of religious person. How Bhagat Singh developed into this atmosphere? So Bhagat Singh from the childhood, so he has taken now, but as he was growing from the very childhood, because it was a very patriotic family, it was a very, very rich family, very rich family. I had been to the place where Bhagat Singh was born. In that place, Chak number 105, Lalpur, Bange, it is called Faisalabad now in Pakistan. They had a huge house, which after the partition, the family to which it was allotted, they have 5 brothers having different parts of that house. And that family had 6 acres of mangoes garden. I asked in 2007 when I had gone there, कि इसकी कीमत क्या होगी? तो somebody told me कि कम से कम 1 crore रुपया. Now that is, I am telling about 2007. Now you coming to 2024, that mango garden still exists. That 6 एकड़ का बाग जो है, तो आज उसकी कीमत 2 crore रुपए होगी. But that family, despite such affluence, they chose to live a life of hardships, suffering. His father was member of All India Congress Committee. He was a Congress people. Mostly in those days, in freedom struggle, revolutionaries and Congress Party. Congress Party was a broad platform. In that broad platform, it was a mass platform. In that mass platform, all kinds of tendencies were there. There were leftist tendencies, there were rightist tendencies, there were centrist tendencies, and revolutionaries had a very interactive, relations with the Congress Party. There was nothing a sort of enmity, critical. Both were critical of each other, but not enemies of each other. So that was a kind of thing. Now, when Bhagat Singh was growing, since his father and 2 uncles, they were also highly educated. In 1900, you think there were hardly numbers to count those who were middle pass and those who were matriculation pass. And those who were graduates, they used to put BA with their name. It was so few. Ram Kishan BA, Falan Falan BA. So now even doctors are just roaming around in the streets without any PhDs and DLiTs, But you can see that those were the days when education was so limited. Only very few people could get education. So Bhagat Singh's father and uncles, they all were matriculates, and his uncle Ajit Singh, he was law graduate from Bareilly College. And his name I have seen in the merit list there. He had topped in 1903 law degree. But then the same Ajit Singh, he led this farmers movement in 1907. That farmers movement, it was against same kind of 3 black laws which came up in 2020. So same kind of black laws which were brought in the present establishment, same kind of black laws were brought in 1907. Now Lala Lajpat Rai and Ajit Singh, They led the movement. Practically, actually, Ajit Singh has led the movement, and they were also, but not a single person died by police shooting in that whole farmers movement. Compare with this 21 farmers movement or 20 farmers movement. 700 farmers lost their lives, many through shootings by the police. The repression, if you compare the 1907 colonial oppression of the farmers, and if you compare the 2021, the present dispensation's oppression of the farmers, you will find that colonial oppression was less brutal. And the present dispensation oppression of the farmers, of all people, farmers were able to win. Farmer were able to win. But to win, in 1907, farmers won their agitation within 6 months. Within 6 months, British colonialism withdrew all these 3 black laws. And Ajit Singh, who was put in jail in Burma, and within 6 months under rule something, he returned. Lala Lajpat Rai also returned. But Ajit Singh was target of the British colonialism. If he has been around, he could have been put in jail or some other oppression. So he, left the country when Bhagat Singh was just 2 years old. And he lived, in exile for 38 years. In 1909, he exiled. He lived in Argentina, Brazil, Italy, anywhere, so many countries of the world. He lived in exile. And he was in touch with Bhagat Singh also. There were some letters written by him, but those letters are not found yet. So he returned to India only in March 47 at the invitation of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was taken as an interim Prime Minister at that time. And he died on the very morning of 15th August 47 in Dalhousie, because he was very gravely sick. He has tuberculosis. His younger uncle, Bhagat Singh's younger uncle, Swaran Singh, he got tuberculosis in jail, and he got at the age of Bhagat Singh. At the age of 23, he died of tuberculosis, Swaran Singh. His widow was living. Ajit Singh's wife, who lived in India, she lived like a widow, because the man was away for 38 years. So on 15th August at 3:30 in the morning, after listening to Trust with Destiny speech of Nehru, he passed away. His memorial is built in Dalhousie. You sometime go to, hills, so go and see that memorial. So Bhagat Singh was brought up, shaped himself in those activities. At home, there used to be lot many, journals coming. Urdu was main. Punjabi was not main language at that time. Urdu, English, these kind of journals were coming. So Bhagat Singh started reading those journals in the very young age, 5-6 years age, 7 years age, when he became literate. So he became, so that's how when this Jallianwala Bagh occurred in 1919, 13th April 1919, Bhagat Singh was just 12 years old at that time. And, he was in Lahore. Amritsar and Lahore are just like DU and JNU. That much difference in the, distance. So the train service was there, and countries were not so much crowded countries. So the next day he had gone to, Jallianwala Bagh and brought the blood-filled sand in a bottle. And that bottle he kept at home, and that bottle is still preserved in the Khatkar Museum, Bhagat Singh Birthplace Museum. So you see, at the age of 12, he has such a shock that how British colonialism is so brutal. And by the time, Ghadar party started their revolution, Ghadar party was formed in USA. It was formed in 1913 and they decided to do Ghadar. They put the Ghadar name because they wanted to honor 1857 First War of Independence, which British used to defame by saying it that it's a Ghadar. Now Ghadar has a double meaning. Ghadar has a meaning like in villages, some bad person or some gunda type person, so they will say क्या गदर मचा रखा है, ये गदर मचाता रहता है हर समय. So Britisher used to call it Ghadar. So then they named their party as Ghadar to give honor to that 1857 First War of Independence. Yes, if that was Ghadar, so we are Ghadar party. So that Ghadar party, they had created, they declared openly, they were innocent people. They were all mostly in America. They came in ships back to India and they were all arrested and Ghadar got failed, that was bound to fail. But its hero, Ghadar party hero, was Kartar Singh Srabha. So Kartar Singh Srabha was just less than 20 years old when he was hanged. So Kartar Singh Srabha used to come over to their house and Bhagat Singh used to see him at the age of 7 years. So he became Bhagat Singh's ideal. And all his life when he was holding meetings of Naujawan Bharat Sabha or Lahore Student Union or Punjab Student Union, they will keep Kartar Singh Srabha's picture on the dais, first garland the picture, and he always will keep his picture, Srabha's picture, in his pocket. So that was the kind, there are two people, this pocket picture, let me tell you in an interesting way, that Bhagat Singh used to keep the picture of Kartar Singh Srabha all the time in his pocket. Udham Singh, Shaheed Udham Singh, who killed Michael O'Dwyer, the brutal killer of Jallianwala Bagh. Dyer died in his own death, General Dyer. He was called, the book name is The Butcher of Amritsar. So the Dyer was called Butcher of Amritsar. But then Michael O'Dwyer was the governor. So Michael O'Dwyer was killed by Udham Singh and he was hanged in London. Now Udham Singh used to keep Bhagat Singh's photograph in his pocket. So these two, and Udham Singh was elder than Bhagat Singh, but he was disciple of Bhagat Singh. He said so they never met perhaps. So they were together in jail, in Lahore jail for a few years, but they probably never met. But then Udham Singh's ideal was Bhagat Singh and Bhagat Singh's ideal was Kartar Singh Srabha. So how the revolutionary tradition there is another Julus today. Let them pass. So 1921, National College was opened in Lahore. That was set up by Lala Lajpat Rai. Lala Lajpat Rai also had Dwarkadas Library in Lahore. Dwarkadas Library he set up in 1920. National College he set up in 1921. Now National College actually it is more popular as National College. But it was school, college and university all three in one. Lala Lajpat Rai was the chancellor of that university. Bhai Parmanand was the vice chancellor of that university and Acharya Jugal Kishore was the founder principal and Principal Shabil Das was the second principal. So that national college survived only for 5 years, 1921 to 1926, only 5 years. But in those days, these were at the call of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi in his 1921 Satyagraha, the National Satyagraha, he gave a call to boycott colonial education system and built alternative national education system. So Kashi Vidyapit was stopped with, and Gandhi Vidyapit in Ahmedabad was set up. Kashi Vidyapit and this Gujarat Vidyapit, they still exist. But this National College Lahore, it survived only 5 years. But Dwarka Das Library and National College has a major role, rather crucial role in shaping Bhagat Singh. If you ask, the way JNU shapes youth, the same way Dwarka Das Library and National College has shaped Bhagat Singh. JNU doesn't produce all Bhagat Singhs. JNU produce very progressive youth. Some of them become a great role also. So National College has not produced all Bhagat Singhs, but National College did produce Bhagat Singh. So that way I put JNU always in the tradition of National College. So, and I wish that JNU student also put JNU in the tradition of National College. Even though it was a small institution, the total strength of college may not be more than 200 or so, but all the teachers were part, students and teachers. Other thing which I always refer of JNU and National College together, that National College teachers and students were friends with each other. They were not a kind of Grudam, Guruji or Chelaji. They were not. Principal Shbil Das, their principal, he was part of Naujwan Bharat Sabha also when it was set up primarily in 1924. Later on, it's a generally history of Naujwan Bharat Sabha. Comrade Ramchand has written, who was part of Naujwan Bharat Sabha. So he traces its history to 1924 when Principal Shbil Das also became part of it. But generally its history is counted from 1926 onwards. So yes, these people, they discuss everything. They would talk to each other all the time, and I can actually narrate you many things. Giriraj Kishore, one of the great Hindi writers who has died now, Acharya Jugal Kishore was his mama, Saga mama, who was first principal. Later on he became minister in UP also, Acharya Jugal Kishore. After 2 years he has left. Then Giriraj Kishore once wrote an article in Jansatta that how Acharya Jugal Kishore principal used to, protect their students. That as emergency, our own JNU rectors, Munis Raza, he has been protecting all of these people, DP Tripathi like people, Sita Jayashree like people, in their own home. Outward, they were looking different. Inward, they were, defined differently. So, police raided college, and then Acharya Jugal Kishore, he went to rooms of students and just kept those things away which could have put the students on trouble. So that's how the good teachers and good this kind of, and freedom struggle, that was a kind of beauty of that freedom struggle. So anyway, in 1923, one more thing I will actually, as student, you should tell students those things which Bhagat Singh spent his life as student. That is very important. Very few students, some of you know that Bhagat Singh was not matriculate. He did his primary education in his village school, government primary school, and he has his medium of instruction Urdu. So his first language in the school was Urdu. But then after primary, he has joined DAV school Lahore. So DAV school Lahore, he had his 9th class up to in DAV school. Now, At the time when he passed 9th class, there was a call from Mahatma Gandhi to boycott the British education system. Now, National College opened. How to admit in National College Bhagat Singh? He was just 9th pass. The earlier system of education was 10 plus 2 plus 2. 10 was matriculation. 2 year away was Faculty of Arts and Faculty of Science, FA, FSC. Then further 2 years were Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, BA, BSc. Now Bhagat Singh was just 9th pass. He has not passed matriculation, so he cannot be admitted into FA course. So National College gave a special provision for him. They told that we will have a test of you given 2-3 months to prepare. If you clear that test, we will directly admit you to the FA, Faculty of Arts. Now then Bhagat Singh cleared that test and then he was directly admitted into FA course. Here his degrees are not available, but from memoirs of the teachers and his comrades, Bhagat Singh has passed FA. He has cleared FA examination. He was in the first year of BA when he became underground, or say became revolutionary. Now after in Kanpur, the family tried to marry him, so he ran away. So he went to Kanpur. You can put some strong days somewhere. So in Kanpur, Jayachandra Vidyalankar, he was his history teacher in college. And Jayachandra Vidyalankar's Chindranath Sanyal, whose book is classic, Bandi Jeevan. It's a classic book. I think everyone should read that book also. Now Chindranath Sanyal also used to come to Jayachandra Vidyalankar. So Jayachandra Vidyalankar gave him some letter for Kanpur people. So in Kanpur, he went to Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi. He was Congress leader and he used to bring out a daily paper, Pratap, in Hindi. So Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi invited him to work in Pratap. So he started working as a sort of journalist. And in that journal, he used to, kind of write. Bhagat Singh's writings are not, a sort of just after his life. During his own lifetime, he has lot of writings. His essay, Yuvak, and his essay, Vish Prem, these were published in 1924 and 1925 in Matwala, which was brought out by, I don't remember his name now, from Calcutta. And in 1926 in Pratap, Holi ke din rakh ke chinte, that March, on 26th March was the Holi day. The Holi comes in March, month of March. On that very day, 6 Babbar Akalis were hanged by the Britishers. So in their memory, he wrote that essay in Hindi, Holi ke din rakh ke chinte. So let me sometime clear you, sometime you also get these kind of questions and you can today, have you read Hindu paper? Today's Hindu you must read. Today's Hindu, there is a very good full page article on Bhagat Singh's, on his writings, mostly on his writings. Now, most of the rightist people or Savarkarites always quote, and which is a fact, you cannot counter them on that ground, कि ये वो झूठ बोल रहे हैं. There is an essay, Vish Prem, in which he has praised Savarkar. But they don't tell you that along with Savarkar, how many other people he has named. So he has named Garibaldi, Mazarin, Lenin, Gandhi, Savarkar. So many people he has named as a great people who has been working for the freedom of their country or for the revolution. So Mazzini, Garibaldi, Gandhi, Lenin, along with that Savarkar. So never tried to counter it that no, he never named Savarkar. Yes, he named Savarkar, but in a certain context. And by that time, Savarkar's real face was not known. Savarkar was probably released from Andamans and he was confined to his hometown. But his Mafinamas, they were not open to public. These Mafinamas have come into public or come into light only when Government of India Publication Division has published a book on Andaman in 1953 or 1954. That was R.C. Datta, not R.C. Datta, R.C. Majumdar. R.C. Majumdar, he was a very, very good historian. He was considered by some people as a right-wing historian, but he was a very good historian. Whether you call him right-wing or left-wing or no-wing, he has brought all the Mafinamas of Savarkar in that book. I am forgetting its title, but you can find out. That book has been published by the Publication Division of Government of India in 1953-54. It's in the public domain since 1953-54. Why it's coming now? Because now there is a ideological war going on between the Savarkarites and Bhagat Singhites. So there are some people who are Bhagat Singhites and there are some people who are Savarkarites. So the Savarkarites tried to, take Bhagat Singh's sport in favor of Savarkar, that he has named him in his essays. But then there is a counter to that. That in that very wish frame, Bhagat Singh has pleaded for world federation. ये तुच्चे सो कॉल देशभक्तों के लिए वो नहीं था वो he was nationalist and internationalist at the same time. He wanted socialist revolution in India as well as internationally. And socialist revolution cannot survive in a country. As Trotsky used to say, that in single country, the socialist revolution cannot survive. And it happened also that when the Soviet Union broke, the reason was that it was encircled by all sides from the capitalist kind of system. So, you need to build socialist system not just in one country, but throughout the whole world. In Asia, in Africa, in Europe, in North America, everywhere. Unless you bring socialist system into existence, socialist system will always remain endangered, as it was endangered in Russia or Soviet Union, or probably today, some people think it's endangered in China also. Some people think that's the socialist system continuing. Some people think it's in danger, or it's already, demolished. So that, from wish frame, you can counter Savarkarite on both these things. That did your Savarkar pleaded for World Federation? Did your Savarkar pleaded for the unity of all races, all sexes, all genders, all old and young? Did Savarkar do that? So if not, then how you take Bhagat Singh in favor of Savarkar? So he has mentioned him as a respect, it's fine. Savarkar, the whole career of Savarkar is not that bad. His book, in fact, another fact I can also tell you, that his book, the 1857 Swatantrata Samar, it was written in Marathi originally, but it was banned and it was published from abroad and it was banned in India. Bhagat Singh and his comrades, they printed that book underground and they sold that book also to people, but that also underground. So there are, documents to that in Tinmurti. There are interviews of many people. So Bhagat Singh has upheld Savarkar in his first part of his activities, but not the part which he has done later. माफ़ी मांगना, हिंदुत्ववाद फैलाना, मुसलमानों के खिलाफ नफरत पैदा करना, that Bhagat Singh would have condemned in any type of term, strongest term, I would say. So that way you should always go by facts. WhatsApp University people and Savarkarites, they go on WhatsApp University. They don't go on facts. Tell them, challenge them to debate on facts. You bring your facts, we bring our facts, and see who is right and who is wrong.
Question answer session. So we can conclude, like you can conclude and we can open
Okay.
for question answer session.
Okay. I know it's always a problem. When I start speaking, I have no prepared speech. I don't know from where I start and where I end. So I am advised to conclude, and then we can have a sort of interaction. So anyway, let me, for concluding, I will give 2-3 points so that it should not be abrupt conclusion. So what I mean to say is, for today's society, Bhagat Singh is most important. The sad part of it is that our leftists are not owning Bhagat Singh. They own Ambedkar more and Bhagat Singh less. For Bhagat Singh, the leftists didn't own Bhagat Singh, that's why they are marginalized. They are completely washed out. Had they owned Bhagat Singh from 1950s, when the great Telangana struggle they had done, they would not have isolated this the way they have got isolated and marginalized today. Today they would have been one of the biggest force in Indian society. Because they didn't own Bhagat Singh, they, belittled Bhagat Singh. They are the one who treated Bhagat Singh as a brave revolutionary. Nothing more than that. He was your ideologue head. Your head has nothing. His head is great. It was a so big head. Bhagat Singh's own comrade Ajay Ghosh, he remained General Secretary of Communist Party 12 years. He knew that Bhagat Singh is his guru. He has learned from Bhagat Singh. Whatever Ajay Ghosh was, it was because of Bhagat Singh. So if you cannot create this big head, at least own that big head. If you had owned that big head, today you have not split, you had not got marginalized, and you would have been the third biggest force in the country. One rightist force, one centrist force, and one leftist force. Like in Latin America, like in Mexico, like in so many South American countries. But today you are completely marginalized, and even you are not getting together. You cannot hold a single Bhagat Singh function in the name of JNUS. You are holding all the functions in the name of DSF, in the name of ISA, in the name of SFI, in the name of this and of the name of that. What is that? How would you get people's confidence? You have to get people's confidence by showing your unity. Show your unity, and I would say that at this moment, I do not belittle Ambedkar at all. I know Ambedkar is as much important as Bhagat Singh is. But there are Ambedkarites who follow Ambedkar's path. Ambedkar's path to socialism is a parliamentary path to socialism. There is difference between Ambedkar and Bhagat Singh. Ambedkar tells a truth, a non-truth tells the truth. You are the lions. Snatch your rights. छीन कर लो अपने हक, मांग करने. Whereas Ambedkar never pleads for snatching the rights. He wants to slowly take your rights by your prolonged. No, I don't see much conflict in that. But then, by being leftist, you are not owning your own tradition. And I know, publicly you must present yourself whatever way. But I know very well that you all leftists pay more attention to Ambedkar than to Bhagat Singh. And if they had the mistake, the blunder which they have done from 50s, that blunder is still continuing. And I don't know when they will, correct that blunder. Thank you, and now you can have discussion.
हम जो फ्लोर है वो क्वेश्चंस के लिए ओपन कर रहे हैं, तो आप लोगों को कोई भी क्वेश्चंस हो तो पूछ सकते हैं।
जब तक आप प्रश्न करते हैं, ये जो है ना, ये आर्काइव आपके JNU के ईस्ट गेट के बगल में ही है, तो यू कैन विजिट देयर एंड यू कैन गेट दिस कॉपी. देयर आर फ्यू राइटिंग्स ऑफ भगत सिंह वी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड freely. I have brought some copies today, but you can go there, pick up copies also, and consult the archive also.